Namaste. Welcome. So mindful yoga together. We are doing opening our hearts. Our theme is opening our hearts. So opening our hearts that it's associated with love or opening our heart region. So that's connected to the chakra, heart chakra, which evoke our love, compassion, forgiveness. Very good to see you, Cindy. So that's that. And the Valentine Day is next week. So we are working on it. And also, it's a spring. Today is unfortunately rain, but yesterday actually was a pretty sunny day here. And my first flower, first daffodil. So I have several daffodil planted, but first one bloomed. So it's sign of spring is coming. So when you see the flower blooming, when you see the sunny and the blue sky after the storm and after the cloudy, gray, rainy sky, it's really wonderful and it's amazing to see the colors. So that's kind of opening our hearts as well too. So think of the opening our heart is like just the moment when you see the beautiful something. It's, for example, beautiful flower blooming. It's we just like wow, and an amazing sort of moment. You forget everything, but you really focus on that flower and appreciate the moment here and the flower. So that's, yeah, when cherry blossom bloom in Japan, it's like wow, it's so beautiful. So that's kind of opening our heart moment. But I like to share a one quote of opening our heart. It is poem of the Rumi. Interestingly, Rumi lived in 13th century in the greater Persian Empire. So he was a Muslim. So this is Rumi's quote. Grief can be the garden of compassion. If you keep your heart open through everything, your pain can become the greatest ally in your life's search for love and wisdom. So I like us to keep this in mind. Grief can be the garden of compassion. If you keep your heart open through everything, your pain can become the greatest ally in your life, search of love and compassion. And let's close our eyes to settle into our seat. And settle into our body. And noticing the breath coming in through the nose and going out through the nose. And breathe through the nose in and out. And settle into our body. And relax our shoulders, soften. And feel our body expanding. And opening. So we're going to open our body as we are gradually opening our heart. Then bring our right palm on your belly, maybe around the navel. Left palm on your heart. And we're gonna do 3 parts breath. So 3 parts breath, we inhale 3 times. Then after the inhalation, we do 1 long exhalation. And same time, we are paying attention to our 3 body parts. Your lower belly, diaphragm, then upper chest, or you can say it's a heart area. Let's begin. Inhaling, lower belly expand like a balloon. Inhale again, feel the diaphragm expanding. Then inhale again to feel our heart opens. Then exhale, gradually sinking our breath down, down, down to the sits bone. Then inhale again, belly. Inhale, diaphragm expanding like umbrella opening. Then inhale again, opening our heart. And exhale. Let's bring our awareness all the way down to your sits bone, to the ground. Let's do a few more rounds like that, your own pace. Exhale slowly, let's release. And reaching our hands out and up. And exhale, bring our palms together to the heart. And maybe bow your head to set your intention, dedication for today's practice. And then slowly open our eyes. All right, so let's come on to our back. And if you have a belt, bring it closer. I would make it a big loop. Then come down to the ground and we stretch our arms over the head and straight our legs down to the mat. Take a big inhale, stretch. Point your toes and stretching. Then open your mouth, let it go. And one more time, take a big inhale to stretch and lengthening our body. Then open your mouth, exhale and relax, soften. All right, bend your knees, please, and feet come to the ground. A little bit of warming up our body, moving our knees side to side. And again, feels like a winter still. Yesterday afternoon was pretty nice sun to see. All right, then when you are ready, bring your knees over your ankle and feet is hip distance apart, bridge pose. And then inhaling, hands goes up and over the head. Then on our exhalation, slowly lower down to the ground. So we're gonna go on for a few rounds like this. Inhale, left. So we use our abdominal strength or core strength. We are using the glute, pelvic floor. So usually when we use muscle, we can generate the heat inside. And then as you move your hands and feel our shoulder gradually opening. The next one, we keep our hips high and bring our hands behind you. Interlace your fingers, roll your shoulders under if you are comfortable. Lift our hips up
And if you are comfortable around the ankle, lift your heels off the ground. Squeeze our glute. And then exhale, heels down and toes up, open our toes wide. So it's important to have the awareness of different parts of the feet, 26 bones and 33 joints in the feet. Then bringing our toes down and heels up, just to do a few more rounds like that. So we are shifting our weight or connecting to the ground, the different parts of the feet and noticing the different parts. The next one, lift your heels up and squeeze our glute. Then hands goes up and over the head. And then exhale, slowly lower down to the ground. And drop your knee to one side and other, moving our knees side to side. Relax our belly, relax your lower back. Then when you are ready, catch the belt and bring our belt to your right foot, or especially around the ball of the foot. Ball of the foot, mount of the foot, place in the belt, and straighten your right leg straight up. Then left leg goes straight down. So grounding our left leg down and bring our right toe towards you. You can, also you can use your hand or toe. And stretching the back of the leg. And make sure shoulder relax, resting nicely to the ground. And activating our legs and the feet, pressing your left heel. So down leg is also activated. And opening our left toes wide, the right toes wide, and reaching up to the sky. Then on our exhalation, bend your right knee, moving your knee towards the chest. Then inhaling again to lift your legs high. So let's do a few more rounds like this. Bring our belly towards your thigh and lift. Okay. And straight. Then bend your right knee and move your right knee outward towards your right shoulder. Then now gradually straighten your right leg outside. So now inner leg to stretch. And then exhale, bend your right knee and bringing our right heel towards your hip. And then goes out again. So do a few more rounds. So try not to fall onto your right side. Your left leg is still anchoring down to the floor. And then stretch your right leg out and maybe point your toes and feel the stretch to the inner leg. You can point your left toe as well, pointing your toes and feel the inside of the left leg, inside of the right leg stretches. And then exhale, bend your right knee and move your right knee this time, left side. So move your right knee to the left. You might keep your knee bent or you can stretch your right leg to the side and spread your right arm to the opposite direction. So right hand, right side, right leg, left side. And splitting and twisting. And exhale, slowly release. Coming back to center, switch that belt onto your left foot, the ball of the left foot. Then stretch your right leg down to the ground. So you might stretch your left leg to the sky. And feel the back of the leg opening. Make sure shoulder nicely less into the ground and keep our neck long. And then on our exhalation, bend your left knee to the chest. And then inhaling to stretch your leg. And then exhale, bend your knee. And go on for a few times. And then when you are ready, straighten your leg again. Feel the back of the leg opens. And slowly, let's release. Bend your knee. Left knee come outside. Then we're gonna go on for straighten the left leg out. Then bend your left knee. Then a few times like that. Don't force yourself. And feeling a tightness, that's okay. All right, stretch your leg and point your toes. So left leg goes to the side and find the length to the inner leg, opening. Pointing your both toes. Then slowly, let's come to center. Move your left knee to the right side. You might just keep your knee bent or you might straighten your leg. And left hand goes to opposite direction and twisting like a shape of the X. Or I like to think of the windmill that keeps spinning. So keep spinning. Our legs and hands are not moving, but our energy is keep like going outward and keep moving. Okay, then slowly let's come back to center. Let go the belt for now and hugging our both knee to the chest and gently roll side to side. And you might lift your head off the ground if you're comfortable and chin towards your knees, becoming a small tight ball and roll side to side to massage our back. Now on our exhalation, we hug our right knee to the chest and stretch your left leg up. Then head come to the ground. Or if you are still okay to bring your chin towards your right knee, keep that way. And point your left toe and make a small circle with your leg, left leg. Then maybe gradually becoming bigger circle. Do the both direction. Pavanamuktasana. This is a great for the digestive system. Okay, then hug both knee to the chest and head less into the ground. Roll on side to side. And relax your head, rolling head side to side too. And let's change to the other side. So hugging your left knee to the chest, then chin towards your knees. So I do interlace my fingers and catching my calf or the shin bone, then really squeeze the elbow towards me. So your leg come really close to the belly and squeeze in the belly. Then right toe upward and make a big circle. If your neck is tired, you can rest your head down. Then gradually making a bigger circle. Then opposite direction of the circle. This time maybe big to small circle. Okay, and release. Hugging our both knee to the chest and rolling side to side. Roll your head side to side. The next one is two choice. You can roll back and forth, rocking chair, massage our back, or you can roll on one side and come to the seat. So whichever you are comfortable. 3, 2, come up to cross your leg, hands and knee position table. Tabletop, palms under the shoulder, knees under the hip. Then take a inhale, looking upward. Opening our heart to the front. Then exhaling, lounge your back. So we are opening our heart to, so we are cultivating a friendliness to face the obstacles or difficulties, or friendliness to whatever comes into our life. And of course, not all good things come into our life. And sometimes difficulties and pain and grief, sadness come into our life too. And we just open to accept or be friendly to that whatever happens. All right, next one, inhaling to lift your hips up. Downward facing dog. Exhaling to bring our knee close to the yoga mat. And then looking up, open our chest. And then exhale, move ourselves forward, bend your elbows, slowly coming onto your belly, stretch your leg. Then exhale, relax our shoulder, palms under the shoulder. Inhaling to come up to cobra, chest up. Then exhale, pull your hips back. You can be child pose or puppy pose or maybe downward facing dog. Then inhaling, looking forward. Then exhale, bring our knee down to the mat. Inhaling, looking up. Exhale, move yourself forward and belly to the mat. Stretch your leg. Then this time, let's bring our hands behind you, interlace your fingers. Inhale, pull our hands back, chest up to cobra. Then exhale, let it go, drop our hands by your side. All right. Now lower onto your right side, reach our left hand forward and lower onto your left side. And bend your right knee, bring our right knee towards the belly or towards the chest. Then resting your left side of the head on your left arm. Then right hand in front of you. Then pick up your right leg and bring our right foot inside of the leg if that's available, like a tree pose. And if this is available, pointing your right knee upward to the sky. And just here. Then slide your right foot behind your left leg and probably like toe down or sole of the foot down. Then try to open your right knee more upward to the sky. So feel the inner leg open. Then you can be here or maybe right hand goes behind you to catch that right toe. Then if this is available, bring your right heel towards the back of the head. So the buttock. Then point your right knee to the back of the yoga mat. So stretching the right hip flexor or the quad, one more breath. And then exhale, slowly releasing. So now bring our right hand in front of you, right knee up to the sky. And maybe just like this, or you might straighten your right leg up. You might catch that right big toes. And balance. One more breath. And then exhale, slowly releasing. And the feet together and lower onto your belly. And switch to the other. So roll onto the right side of the head or ear, rest into the right arm. Then left palm in front of you. Then bend your left knee towards the chest. So first, just the left knee is resting inside, the front of your body. Okay, so we are gradually moving our knees. So now point your knee up and place your foot, the left foot inside of the right thigh or right leg, pointing your knee upward. Still balancing. And if you can push your right heel back and right hand forward and making kind of a plank or nice straight line. All right. Now slide your left foot behind your right leg. Then maybe toes or maybe sole of the foot come to the ground. The knees in and out a few times. You can be here or you might bring your left hand to catch the left ankle. Then if you catch the toe, bring your kneecap pointing to the back of the yoga mat. And your heel, left heel coming towards the buttock. All right. And then slowly releasing. And then bring our right knee up to the sky. Sorry, left knee up to the sky. And maybe just like this, or you might catch the left big toes and lifting up to the sky. One more breath. And then exhale, release. Coming onto your belly. And bring our hands by your side, under the shoulder, or bend your elbows. Inhale into cobra, lift up. And then exhale, pull your hips back to child pose or downward facing dog. And then gradually we're gonna walk our feet to the front. So if you're a child pose, lift your hips and walk hands forward. And walk our feet forward, catching our elbow gently. Swing side to side. Relax our head, soften. All right. And then as you inhale, relax, hands reach up to the sky. Exhale, catch our hands. Catch our elbows. Inhaling, lift our elbows upward and stretch. Maybe heels off the ground. And lift and lift. And exhale, drop your heel, bend forward and swing your hands side to side. Relax. And then inhaling, rise up, hands reach up to the sky, palms together to the heart and feet together to the front of the yoga mat. And let's do sun salutation. Surya Namaskaram. Grounding our feet. And inhaling, hands reach up to the sky. So as you move your hands, notice how we can open up the front of the chest. And then exhale, bend forward. Relax your head. Inhaling, halfway lift. And then on our exhalation, let's step back to plank pose, or you can bring your knee down to the mat. Inhaling, lengthening our spine. And then on our exhalation, knee down, belly down to the mat. Bend your elbows. Inhaling to cobra or upward facing dog. You can point your toes a little back. You might lift your thighs away from the ground. Exhale, pull your hips back to child pose or downward facing dog. So there's a two option here. You can keep your hips high, or you might use your knees, pull your hips back. Now let's get a big inhaling. Open your mouth, exhale. One more time, big inhaling. Exhale, let it go. So if you are child pose, lift your hips up to next transition. Bring our right foot to the front between your hands. When we come to warrior two, left hand back, right hand forward. And bending your right knee, sinking down, stretch your arms to the side. Inhale. Exhale, bring our hands on your right knees, or bring your right elbow, right knee, stretch the left side. Just one more breath. And then inhale, let's rise. Stretch your both legs and catch our, so point your right elbow upward and catch with your left hand. So lift your right elbow upward and using your left hand, or you might bring your hands behind you and catch, connecting your hands. So this way or this way. And try to lift our right shoulder blade upward and opening our chest to the front. One more breath. Then slowly let go and stretch your arms to the side. So maybe bring your back leg a little bit closer and grounding our left foot, right hand forward. You might need a block here. And keep reaching and keep reaching. Then wherever torso doesn't go anymore, keep the torso there. But the right hand, right leg, left hand to the sky. You might slide your right hand more down towards the ankle. You might have the block to support. Just I'm showing how that's supporting with the block. So block come outside of the right foot and left hand goes up. All right. One more breath. Looking up to your left hand, reaching our left hand really up, straight up. And then exhale, bend your right knee and coming up to warrior two. And then exhale, rainbow circle our hands. So left hand goes to the front and bend your left knee down to the mat. Then, so left knee down to the mat. Then pull your hips back and straighten your right leg. You might use the block side by side. And then bend forward. Point your right toe upward and dorsiflexion. And tuck your navel towards the spine, tailbone back. Find a nice length to the lower back. Then plant your right foot down to the ground. Then we reach our hands to the sky. Anjaneyasana. Then I exhale. Bring our left hand down. Right hand reach to twist. So moving our chest to your right side. So you might be staying here, or if this is available, left elbow, right knee, palms together to the heart, and twist and looking up to the right side. If you like, you might lift your left knee off the ground. One more breath. And then exhale, slowly releasing down. And bring our hands down, right knee back, child pose, or downward facing dog, or you might do vinyasa, chaturanga to upward facing dog and downward facing dog. And let's together big inhaling. Open your mouth, let it go. One more time, big inhaling. Exhale, let it go. The next inhalation, left foot come to the front between your hands. And spin your right heel down, warrior two, and rise it. Right hand back, left hand to the front. And opening our hips wide, legs wide. And the hands reaching to the side. Inhaling. Exhale, left hand, left knee or elbow, right hand reach over the head, extended side angle. One more breath. And then slowly rising up, stretch your front leg. And reaching our left hand up and over, bend your left elbow and catching with your right hand. And try to lift your left elbow up and left shoulder blade upward. Then point your left toe to the front and stretch the left side of the body. Last breath. And then slowly let go your hands. And spread your arms wide to the side. Maybe right foot comes slightly to the front, so it's more shorter stance. Ground our right foot down. Left hand forward and forward. And keep our torso over the left leg. Then if torso doesn't go anymore, keep the torso there, but the left leg, left hand, left leg, right hand to the sky. And you might slide your hands more down, and you might use a block. Block comes outside of the left foot. And reaching our right hand to the sky. Grounding our right foot, right leg down strong. Last breath. All right. Then bend your left knee. We are coming up to warrior two. Then rainbow circle your right hand to the ground. Then bring your right knee to the mat. You might have the block side by side. Gradually straighten your left leg. So point your left toe upward and tuck your navel in and bend forward. Last breath. Then plant your left foot down to the mat, and the hands goes up, inhale. Anjaneyasana. And then exhale, right hand come to the ground. You can use the block here, and we twist left hand to the sky. So you can be here, or you might bring your right elbow to the left knee and palms together to the heart. And you might keep here to twist, or maybe lifting your right knee off the ground. So you choose the three options. One more breath. And then exhale, release. Bring our hands down to the mat. Bring our left leg back. Child pose or downward facing dog. Maybe do vinyasa. And relax your head. Together, big inhaling. Open your mouth. Let it go. One more time, big inhaling. Open your mouth. Let it go. And the next inhalation, we look forward and bring your knee down to the mat. All right, so if your knee is bothering, if you do this way, you want to have something soft underneath, like a towel or a blanket or a cloth. Then we have a block to bring between our thighs. So it looks like this. So squeezing a block between our thighs, that helps to engage our core for the next position, next pose. Then let's tuck our toes under. If you are comfortable, but you can also point in your toes. So whichever it is. So just to make a steady foundation. So squeezing a block and leg really hugging together and engage our glute. Then the hands come behind you, lower back. So point your fingers down and press your palms to your waistline or your lower back. And then as you inhale, looking upward, then squeeze the block and move our hips forward and maybe lift our chin up. But if you are not going that too far, just stay there and inhaling to lift our chest and feel the openness to the heart. And you might catch the heel, but that's not necessary. And one more breath. And then slowly rising up and let go the block. And block comes to the front, maybe one right and left side of two blocks. Then exhale, put your hips back to child pose. So hands come onto the block and putting your hips back. Just listening here. All right, and slowly rising up. Then hand on the block and then go just a few more times of cat and cow. So moving our hips, tilting the pelvis back, pose. And just creating some movement and releasing the lower back. I want to do one more time of camel. So this was Ustrasana. It's called camel pose. So this time, let's bring our left palm and right palm on your heart. So both hands. And then inhaling to lift our chin up. Then feel this chest area or heart area opens forward or upward, however it is. Then gradually let go your hands and the hands drop by your side and look for the lower back. And fingertips are pointing down and bringing our shoulder blade closer and elbow pointing back if that's available. And just be like that, or you can go on to reach to the heel if that's available. And keep opening our front of the body and lifting our chin up. And relax our jaw. Soften. Last breath. Then inhaling and slowly rising up and let go the block and place the block in front of you. Then pull your hips back to child pose, or you can bring your elbows down and just drop your head. So it's kind of a between tabletop and child pose. So my both elbows on a block and rounding our back. Then the thumb maybe comes behind your head. You can really round your back here. So tucking your navel and head down, looking towards your navel. And you might pull your hips back gently forward and back if you like. The purpose here is to release the lower back coming from that hyperextension of the lumbar spine. Okay, and then slowly we're gonna rise up and release and sitting down to the mat. And then straight your legs to the front. And then maybe just wiggle your legs if you like. And then eventually you might use the belt and bend your knees. Inhaling, hands reach up. Then on our exhalation, bend forward. So bend forward and creating a space to the lower back. Belly towards your thigh and head relax. And releasing the lower back and head drop down. You can keep your knees bent. Or you might gradually straighten your leg by walking your sits bone back. But wherever you feel great to the lower back or finding the length to the lower back, that's where you might want to stay. Then each exhalation, relax and soften. One more breath. And then slowly, let's release. Now use the belt. It's a hammock pose, so it's a big loop of the belt. So we start from the right leg and with our head. So maybe if you don't have a belt, Jackson, sorry, if you don't have a belt, it's going to be a little bit difficult, but you can still do with, so if you are normally do the hammock pose, on one side of the belt loop is leaning to the belt, and then another side is your right leg, just kind of suspending like this to stretch the back of the leg and back of the neck. But if you are just without the belt, you might just simply catch the back of the leg, maybe here, yeah, and just straighten your leg, or you can bend your knees and just relax here and bringing our belly towards your thigh. So you can relax your head. So if you have a belt, just relax your shoulder and shoulder away from the ear. Find the length to the back of the neck, back of the neck. And then slowly, we're gonna change the leg. So now left leg and your head. Let your right leg come to the ground. So find the openness to the back of the body. So if you are not using a belt, just resting your head down to the mat So shoulder nicely resting. Then bend your elbows and catching your thigh and relax your toes. And try to bring your belly towards your left thigh. And if you are in hammock pose with belt, shoulder relax and let your arm resting heavy down to the ground, creating a space to the between ear and shoulder. One more breath. All right, slowly. Let's release and let go the belt. And legs together, you might hug your knee to the chest and gently roll side to side, adjust your lower back and come into shoulder stand or bharatanatyam. So shoulder stand or lift your hips to place the block under your hips and legs go straight up. So if you are shoulder stand, zip your legs together, open your toes wide to the sky. Now you might come to Halasana gradually, lower your legs over the face and maybe toes coming to the floor behind you. And then slowly, let's lower our south knee to the chest, hips down to the mat. And if you have a block, just let the block away for now. And cross your leg right over the left leg and drop your knee to the right side and twist and release the lower back. Then bring your knee more close to the chest, helps to lengthen the lower back. Then the other side, cross your left over the right, then knee to the left side and twist and release the lower back. And then coming to center. And I like to do fish pose. So if you have a block, you can use the block. But if you don't have a block, it's a supported the fish pose. So if you don't have a block, I can just to show you how that works with the cushion. So the block part keeps down legs straight, then first the block between the shoulder blade along the spine, then head like a pillow to support and spread your arms wide and opening our chest. And just stay there, relax your face. But if you're using the cushion, firm cushion is better. Place between the shoulder blade and lie down and spread your arms wide. So your shoulder blade coming closer. That's how we can open our heart area, the shoulder released and expanding the space of the lungs. We can intake more air and soften your face and opening our throat area. And feel the expansion of the heart. Cultivating a compassion, forgiveness, and love and kindness. And welcoming friendliness to the difficulties. difficulties, conflicts. Soften your breath and breathe easy and gentle and slower. And creating a space between the breath. Creating a space to our heart to notice somebody else's difficulties, somebody else's joy, and to be able to celebrate the joy of others. And feeling the difficulty of others as your difficulties, the compassion. And gradually we come out from this pose by bending your knees. And knee come onto one side and roll and let go the blocks and come to the Shavasana flat down to the mat. But if you like to release the lower back before going, hug your knee to the chest and gently roll side to side. You can drop your knees one side and other. Then when you are ready, come to Shavasana, lie down to the mat. And relax everything. And letting go. And let it go. I like to share a quote from Jack Cornfield. Bringing loving awareness to the breath. Bringing loving awareness to the breath and to the experiences that are present around the breath is neuroscientists called that expanding the window of tolerance. The ancients called that opening the heart to the joy and sorrow of the world in the brave and beautiful way until you become loving awareness itself. Can see the beauty in yourself and you can see it in others. You are loving awareness. Gently bringing our awareness to your fingers and toes, inviting our body some movement and appreciating our body that moves like this today. And appreciating ourselves as we are at the moment. And reaching our hands over the head. Let us stretch from toes to fingertips. Take a big inhale, stretch. 4, 3, 2, 1. Open your mouth, let it go. Bring our knee to the chest. Give a nice hug to ourselves. Thanks to our body, mind, and heart. What we have today. And lower onto one side. And gradually coming up to a comfortable seated position. Eyes closed. Together, inhaling, hands reach up to the sky. And then exhale, bring our palms together to the heart center. Anjali Mudra, gesture of gratitude, loving awareness. There's so many ways to express ourselves. And compassion to others. And sending the peace, sending the love to others. Somebody who are suffering at the moment. And I hope that we can send our love and our life can support others and help others heal. And thank you very much for letting me guide us through your practice, sharing your time, space here today. Namaste. Thank you very much for joining today. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day and a nice week. And I'll see you next Wednesday.